This episode of Internet Today is brought to you by bird dogs.
Wow, can you believe it has come to this?
Yes.
Another attack on our precious norms. Another attack has been perpetrated.
My norms! My norms!
As one Rudolph Giuliani was assaulted at a local supermarket in New York by none other than an employee of said supermarket.
An Antifa undercover agent of chaos.
Clearly. And we're just going to keep giving you this news at face value for a second before playing the leaked video of the assault.
If we even can.
I know.
On YouTube these days.
But that's because this is how this attack was being reported on all weekend.
This violent, brazen attack.
Before the video made its way to the internet.
On one of our nation's most popular, most prestigious public servants.
Yes.
Rudolph Giuliani.
Mm-hmm.
America's mayor.
Yeah.
He was there on 9/11. You gotta hand it to him. Mm-hmm. So obviously tensions are high in this country right now, with the reversal of Roe v. Wade being just the latest in a seemingly never-ending line of horrific occurrences. But alongside everything else that's going on, Rudy Giuliani is at the forefront of the January 6th hearings and suffering from a constant deluge of embarrassing evidence that places him squarely in the middle of a coordinated operation that attempted to alter the outcome of the 2020 presidential election. Things are apparently going so badly for Rudy that he was recently quoted in an almost bizarre admission of guilt saying, "I am afraid it will be on my gravestone. Rudy Giuliani, he lied for Trump," before showing at least a shred of cognizance by adding, "Somehow I don't think that will be it. But if it is, what do I care? I'll be dead." That's a great way of looking at it.
Yeah, I
think
that's
how
so
I
too.
feel about a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be dead. I'll at least be granted that much peace.
Yes. So that in certain ways, that is it's a okay way at looking at things. Like, you know, would you care about how your body is disposed of? Things like that.
Yeah.
But sadly, that is also seemingly the attitude of everyone who is in the government and their seemingly absent morality when it comes to leaving the world in a better place.
Yes.
So it could go both ways, but in this case...
What do I care? I'll be dead. Yeah, that might as well be the motto of everyone in the U.S. government who's like over the age of 50.
Yeah, pretty much. But as we said, tensions, they remain high across the country. So when you see headlines indicating that Rudy Giuliani has been assaulted, it isn't as shocking as it would have been even a few years ago. I mean, yes, you shouldn't go around assaulting people,
especially
obviously.
Elders.
Yeah, this is something that shouldn't have happened. But according to Giuliani himself, this was an intense altercation. And after the attack, he described his treacherous ordeal at the ShopRite grocery store, saying the following.
"I got hit as if a boulder hit me. It knocked me forward a step or two. It didn't knock me down, but it hurt tremendously. All of a sudden, I heard someone yell at me something I can't repeat about what I am. Curse words, dirty curse words, and then some more dirty curse words. It was painful all night. It was hard to sleep, but I'm telling you, it was a very, very heavy shot. I'm in good shape for a 78-year-old. He could have easily knocked me to the ground and killed me by my head getting hit. He could have killed him."
He could have killed him.
So yeah, that sounds horrible. I mean, again, can we even show this footage here on YouTube?
I don't know.
We've been explicitly told by the higher-ups at YouTube that this is not a shock site.
Not a shock
This is
site.
not live leak.
Yeah. We want to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Now, the grainy footage itself would indicate that something terrible is going to happen.
Yeah.
Which immediately set me off. I was like, I don't even know if I want to watch
Should
this.
I avert my eyes?
As someone who lived through the internet of the 2000s, I thought I had seen it all. But grainy footage usually indicates something terrible is about to happen. So my guard was up.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're, if you have any food in your stomach, I guess leave this video right now.
Yeah.
Turn away. But we're gonna risk YouTube's wrath by showing you the clip because it is newsworthy.
Yes.
And I hope they understand. So let's all take a look at the violent attack that nearly cost Rudy Giuliani his life.
He could have been killed. What?
Did you see that hand? Oh my God. It almost went right through him.
What if Rudy Giuliani was allergic to bees and that ShopRite employee had a fistful of bees when he attacked him?
Yeah, did you think of that?
I mean, luckily none of that actually happened.
Thank God.
But there are just so many scenarios where this ends poorly, obviously. Anyways, Rudy Giuliani definitely wanted to press charges against this grocery store worker, and he did. The employee was arrested and charged. Here's more from local outlet ABC7.
What are you in for? God damn.
I touched Rudy Giuliani's back. A ShopRite employee, 39-year-old Daniel Gill, was arrested and initially charged with second-degree assault, a felony, although those charges were later downgraded. Gill appeared in court Monday wearing his ShopRite uniform to face misdemeanor charges of third-degree assault, third-degree menacing, and second-degree harassment. He was released on his own recognizance by Judge Jerry-Ann Abriano.
The reporting continues. According to prosecutors, Gill said, "What's up, scumbag?" after smacking Giuliani on his back. That's fucking awesome.
Cool. Not that anyone should do it, obviously.
Words that I can't even say here. Like
scumbag.
Scumbag.
Could you imagine a bag of scum?
If you trace it etymologically, it does refer to a used condom, which is pretty gross. Anyway, he said, "What's up, scumbag?" after smacking Giuliani on his back. The defense said Gill has worked at the store for 4 years and had no intention of causing the former mayor any physical injury. The video is clear, his attorney, Susan Plattis, said. Video is clear that this was just a tap on the back. Gill, who did not talk to reporters other than to say, "Have a good day, everyone," is due back in court on August 17th.
And apparently Giuliani is and his son, who he was there campaigning for his son's gubernatorial.
For his weird ginger son?
Yeah.
The one who is the best. The only thing you need to know about the two things.
Yeah.
Oh God, I forgot about the more recent one. But there was the one where he framed himself at like the very bottom of a very wide shot.
Yeah.
And just looks like he's yelling on foot outside of a drive-through window.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's his speech about transgenderism, where he talks about being just like really interested in his baby daughter's genitals, and how he's the only man allowed to look at them until she's 18.
Absolutely horrific stuff.
Yeah, just a real fucking weirdo. Like,
and this is all like to explain even why Giuliani's son is seeking politics at all is like, well, he got a big leg up in the Trump administration when Donald Trump just gave him a job.
Yeah,
because he was Giuliani's son.
Wasn't he just like a semi-pro golfer or some shit before that?
And his job at the White House was like party planning.
Yeah.
It was like he was responsible, I believe, I don't know if he was doing it at the time, but he was responsible for that like gigantic McDonald's spread for the winning football team.
Oh shit, I didn't know.
His whole thing was sports outreach
That definitely adds to the Andrew Giuliani lore. I did not know there was a connection there.
Well, apparently, if you're watching this on Tuesday, he's doing a big speech at the ShopRite, the scene of the crime.
We will not let this stand.
Yeah.
All right? For too long in this country, 78-year-old men have gotten a light tap on the back when they weren't expecting it.
No more. Startle them.
No more.
You know how hunched over they get?
Yeah.
You could really hurt their scoliosis. Anyways, if you think that assault was bad, wait until you see what the LAPD had in store for Full House's Stephanie Tanner. Oh, she got bodied.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to Giuliani, this is actually extremely aggressive.
Yeah. The LAPD was, they were in rare form. Actually,
rare?
Yeah. No, they were in very common form.
Yes.
This past weekend.
They were anticipated and excited about all of the things that were happening. They could get suited up again.
Literally walking right up to journalists with press written in big letters on their uniforms and just knocking them down.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about it?
No, this weekend was exciting for the LAPD. I assumed they'd go into the equipment locker, they'd blow the very small amount of dust off of their riot gear and say, "Hello, old friend."
This is a digression here from Stephanie Tanner. We'll get to her. But did you see the story about an LAPD guy died last week in a training exercise? They were like training. They were doing a simulation of like a riot.
What it would be like to get beat up by rioters.
He was on the rioter side, and his fellow officers got just so into the whole head-cracking riot control mode that they fucking killed this dude.
Yeah, which is horrific, obviously. Yeah. But that's just like, how does that happen? How does it happen in in reality, but also like, even with everything terrible about police departments, like training exercises involving one of their own, and they beat them to death because they were playing the role of a rioter.
Yeah, it's either they're fucking stupid and they got way too into it and they couldn't tell the difference between reality and play, or this guy was like maybe going to testify against them for some corruption shit.
Yeah, we don't know.
They found a way. They did a Pat Tillman on him.
Anyways, actress Jodie Sweetin, who played the middle child on the 90s sitcom as well as in its recent reboot, was participating in a protest over the weekend regarding, obviously, the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade when she was shoved to the ground aggressively by an LAPD officer who was wearing riot gear. Who would win? A police officer completely decked out in riot gear, or fucking Stephanie Tanner?
Yeah, a 40-year-old woman.
Yeah. The freelance journalist who filmed the altercation, Mike Oddie, indicated that Sweetin was attempting to lead the group of protesters off the freeway, which is a good thing. In a statement after footage of the incident went viral, Sweetin said, "I'm extremely proud of the hundreds of people who showed up yesterday to exercise their First Amendment rights and take immediate action to peacefully protest the giant injustices that have been delivered from our Supreme Court. Our activism will continue until our voices are heard and action is taken. This will not deter us. We will continue fighting for our rights. We are not free until all of us are free."
Hell yeah. She followed up those comments during an interview on E! saying, "I think people are shocked when they see Stephanie Tanner. Something happens to her, it makes it more real, and I hate that. I hate that it takes people knowing someone or someone they recognize for people to be outraged or to take action." Adding that, "Above all, I want to continue to not make this about me and continue to bring the focus back to women's rights and also police brutality. If people are disturbed by what they saw, I want to tell you, I've spent a lot of time protesting out in the streets, and that was a very minor incident of police brutality." And she's spitting. That is,
Yeah, I cannot believe.
like,
Jodie Sweetin.
Honestly, like, I've kind of consciously been paying less attention this time around because 2020 kind of did do a bit of psychic damage to me. Always trying to keep track of the protests. So for my own fucking sanity, I'm keeping a little bit of distance, but even just browsing Twitter, I'm seeing police just straight up fucking assaulting people for no fucking reason.
They literally shot tear gas canisters out of the Capitol in Arizona, the state capitol.
And they're calling that an insurrection. And it's like, these people they're not trying to break in. They're standing outside on public land protesting. But yeah, they're shooting. It's wild.
Anyways,
meanwhile, in stark contrast to her co-star Candace Cameron Bure, who cares? She played DJ Tanner on Full House, and she's also the sister of Kirk Cameron. She's on the other end of the spectrum, and has continued to maintain her anti-abortion stance in the years since devoting her life to the Lord. Hopefully the storyline works its way into an upcoming season of the show if it ever goes back into production. I don't know how it can. Bob Saget is dead.
Yeah, but he left in reboot anyway. He's just like, "Here's the house. See you later. I'm off to do a report somewhere."
Oh, he did?
Yeah. He was there, and it was just like, "Oh, by the way, the house is yours. I'm gonna go somewhere." But no, it'd be like, okay, so in the reboot, DJ Tanner's husband's dead because
My husband is dead.
In the original show, Danny Tanner's wife is dead.
Yeah, what's these people like the Kennedys? They just can't avoid tragedy.
The Tanners are the modern
Tanner's
Kennedys.
cursed.
Yes. So in this one, DJ Tanner's husband's dead, so she has to take care. So obviously everyone comes back and fills the house back up because you don't want the kids to be upset.
Time to fill this house.
Yes. So in the storyline that is happening in my mind, Stephanie Tanner's out protesting for abortion rights, while DJ Tanner, unbeknownst to Stephanie, is dating a cop.
Yeah.
And the cop assaults Stephanie Tanner, and then
40%.
And then they have a very awkward dinner where, for the first time, DJ's introducing her new cop boyfriend to the whole family.
The black eye.
Yeah, and then Stephanie walks in. They lock eyes. Oh, geez, this is gonna be an awkward conversation.
Some real antics, modern day, All in the Family.
Yes.
You know, a little bit of that.
Hey, meathead. Anyways, it's a good storyline that I think they should go with.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, while we're on the topic of the shocking reversal of Roe v. Wade, we do have some slightly uplifting news for you, all things considered.
Yeah.
First of all, an update to our little fundraiser for the National Network of Abortion Funds. You're all fucking amazing.
Incredible.
Give yourselves a round of applause. Since launching this fundraiser just this past weekend, we've already blown past $15,000. We're closing in on $20,000 raised total.
That brings us to $50,000, around $50,000 if it gets a little bit further total this year.
Yeah.
Incredible work.
This is the second one.
This is the second.
In like 2 months.
Yeah.
So yeah, incredible work, everyone. If you want to donate, you can find the fundraiser somewhere around the video, as well as all of our videos that are going to be leading up to the 4th of July.
Yeah.
So yeah, outside of our little universe, though, it looks like the district attorney in Nashville, Tennessee, Glenn Funk, America's funkiest district attorney.
Yeah.
He's gone on record vowing not to prosecute women who seek abortions or any doctors who perform them. And this is a pattern that's popping up across the country. It is, I mean, it's good, but it definitely, there is a constitutional crisis happening, and that is a bit scary.
It is.
There is no legitimacy to
It's a good gesture, but there's bigger things going on. But meanwhile, we're already at its worst, so I guess this helps. But here's the quote. In 2014, the people of Davidson County elected me to enforce the laws while exercising discretion to promote the public good. I will use my constitutional powers to protect women, health providers, and those making personal health decisions. He added, I will not prosecute any woman who chooses to have a medical procedure to terminate a pregnancy or any medical doctor who performs this procedure at the request of their patient. And I mean, like Elliot said, this is great, but it shouldn't have come to this.
Yeah, it's very precarious. Like I think the governor of Wisconsin or someone high up in Wisconsin state government is also promising that, but it's like, you know, as soon as someone else is in the job or the courts challenge
this could change very quickly.
It's very precarious. Yeah.
It shouldn't fall on a local DA to choose to not prosecute someone for a healthcare procedure. It's bonkers. Meanwhile, in Louisiana and Utah, 2 states with trigger laws that were set to outlaw abortions, local courts have at least temporarily blocked these laws from going into effect. Here's more from NBC News.
A Louisiana judge on Monday issued a temporary restraining order against the state from enforcing its ban on abortions, leading to the immediate resumption of the procedure. Orleans Parish Civil District Court Judge Robin Giarrusso granted the request of plaintiffs' Hope Medical Group for Women and Medical Students for Choice. Hours later, Utah 3rd District Judge Andrew Stone halted that state's trigger law effective immediately under a 14-day temporary restraining order requested by the Planned Parenthood Association of Utah. Quote, there is irreparable harm that has been shown, Stone said, in granting the order. Affected women are deprived of safe local medical treatments to terminate pregnancies. And again, small silver lining that you got to squint to see, but it's in direct response to a horrific overreach into the privacy and healthcare of half the country that's happening in, more than half the states. Like, let's fucking go. Let's throw women in jail. Even if they're trying to literally not die.
The stories coming out of clinics in the states where on Friday they had patients and had to turn them away is horrific.
Yeah, well, and it's like, look, it's especially bad because women that have, legitimate reasons for terminating pregnancy, even in places where they might, make some exceptions for that. The problem, and this is already, a lot of states have already made it almost illegal, is that a lot of doctors, a lot of OBGYNs, they might agree that this is something I need to do to save the woman's life, but if they do it, they are going to be investigated. It's just a big fucking pain in the ass. They're obviously going to be much more cautious about doing that kind of thing because it's going to it's just a big pain in the ass for them and their whole organization if they approve a medically necessary abortion, even if it's technically legal.
Yes, this is a fucking living nightmare. Anyways, we have more news for you, hopefully lighter news in just a second, but first let's take a second to thank today's sponsor, Bird Dogs. Bird Dogs have completely changed the game. Bird Dogs shorts, pants, and joggers are made from the finest, high-quality material and come with built-in liners that cradle your stovepipe for all-day comfort. Who the hell likes being uncomfortable? If you're not wearing Bird Dogs this summer, you probably poop with your pants on.
What?
This is their copy. This is the copy.
You shit your pants. Okay.
If you're not wearing these Bird Dogs, you are shitting your pants.
Okay.
Look, hey, it's time to upgrade to the shorts and pants of the future. You don't want to live in the past.
Yeah.
Your balls will also thank you for wearing these as well.
And these have, they got a lot of tasteful designs, but I like the ones that are, ready for summer, ready for going out, strutting those colors, those patterns.
Yeah.
A little bit of Dan flashes, but down low.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm all about that.
I recently got to actually put to use my Bird Dogs bathing suits, and they are incredible, stylish, so nice that you walk around, if you don't get the crazy ones, walk around with them, nobody's the wiser. Those look like regular shorts.
No.
Oh, wait, he's walking right into a pool.
You're going to be able to sneak past so many restaurant maitre d's who don't realize you're wearing a bathing suit.
Yeah.
Wow.
What the hell? I can't believe I let them in here. My job's on the line.
So go to birddogs.com, enter promo code TODAYDAILY, and they'll throw in a free Bird Dogs Yeti tumbler. They found Yeti's $90 tumbler, they copied it, and now Bird Dogs is giving it to you for free.
What a deal.
That's birddogs.com, promo code TODAYDAILY, and boom, a free Bird Dogs tumbler with your pair of Bird Dogs. You will not take these things off, I promise you, ever, except to poop.
And wash them.
Yes, that too.
All right, back into the news now, and we talk a lot about the problems faced by Elon Musk's companies, problems that can often be attributed straight back to the guy in charge. But while there are plenty of glaring issues related to Tesla's actual automobiles, they're not alone when it comes to facing major issues facing their final products. It also seems like, for whatever reason, there are far more issues related to fully electric cars than any other, or at least they're publicized way more. Case in point, Toyota, a company known for its reliability and safety, is having issues with its own brand new, soon-to-be mass-produced electric car. The goddamn wheels are falling off.
Ah, jeez.
Seems like a problem.
You need 4 of those.
Here's CNN with more on this.
Toyota has issued recalls for its first mainstream electric car and one of its full-size pickup trucks for problems in which nuts or bolts could loosen and wheels or axles can become disconnected.
Oops.
Toyota warned owners of BZ4X electric SUVs to stop driving them because the wheels might fall off. The SUVs only recently went on sale in the United States, and the warning and recall announced by Toyota Motor Sales USA on Thursday applies to all approximately 260 BZ4X SUVs that have been delivered to customers so far. That's not a lot.
Yeah, but that's so far, and they're rolling this thing out. They gotta Toyota.
At least they caught it. Seems like they caught it pretty fast. That's good
for a company that's been on the forefront of car technology for the past 20 years or so. You know, the Prius was like the first big hybrid car. They kind of slow to catch up with even the American companies when it comes to electric cars.
Yeah.
So this is they're like, fine, here's an electric car. The wheels fall off.
It continues. Owners should stop driving the vehicles immediately, according to Toyota's announcement. Bolts that hold the wheels on can loosen after even a relatively small number of miles on the road, allowing the wheels to detach. Toyota is still investigating why this can happen and under what sorts of conditions. Yeah, please look into that. And the report adds that Toyota apparently has no idea how to fix the issue, so they're just making everyone turn in their cars and take loaner cars out until they've got this whole thing figured out.
This is what you expected, right?
I mean, yeah, we can put the nuts back on, but they're just going to get loose again.
They're going to fall right off again. You're going to get like 2 miles from the dealership. You're going to be sitting there in the pavement, just stuck.
Just all 4 wheels fall off. Oh, geez. I wouldn't have gotten a lemon if I'd gotten a Toyota of Orange. I wouldn't have gotten a lemon?
That's a little regional comedy for you guys.
Yeah, that's for the SoCal viewers.
Yeah, but, on the spectrum of would I rather have a car autonomously drive me into the back of a truck, killing me, or would I rather have all of the wheels comically fall off, thus stopping the car in its tracks?
Yeah.
I'd probably go with wheels falling off.
Yeah, sure.
Plus, it's kind of goofy looking.
It is kind of funny. So a big reason Toyota took so long to get into electric is because they had the hybrid thing. Like, they kind of nailed that.
Yeah.
They've had the best hybrids.
You don't even need to plug it in.
Yeah, for like 15 years. Most efficient. I think they have a lot of like really good patents on it. And yeah, it is funny that the second they get into electric, which by the way, at least for now, like hybrid cars are more environmentally friendly if you factor in the entire process than fully electric cars. Because fully electric cars require mining a lot of rare earth minerals, and that uses up a lot of energy that goes into the atmosphere. So,
And the wheels fall off.
and yeah, and you're always replacing these wheels.
I like the idea that like it's actually just a bunch of thieves who are upset that the cars don't have catalytic converters, so they just take the wheels anyway. And Toyota's just like, I don't know how this keeps happening, but all of the wheels keep falling off. Every time you see one of our new SUVs, it's on bricks.
Yeah. How'd those bricks get there? We didn't put any bricks in there.
Yeah.
I guess.
Or sunk into the asphalt.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of recurring topics, the ongoing saga surrounding Diablo Immortal continues. And I swear we wouldn't bring this stupid game up as much if it wasn't such a glaring example of industry missteps, bad ideas, poor execution, and outrageous attempts at monetization. It is every bad part of the gaming industry, including a company that is just embroiled in scandal, all happening at the same time.
He kept his job, by the way.
Bobby Kotick?
Yeah, like officially. They had some sort of, I don't know, I only glanced
Board
at
of directors
But yeah,
meeting or
there was some sort of official like vote of confidence, and he passed. He keeps his job.
Oh, we don't like the way you do things, but you get things done.
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyways, recently we spoke about how the game had missed its launch window over in China, where you would assume they'd be able to make a lot of the money that they expected to make with this game. This particular failure to launch was odd, especially considering that the developers who worked with Blizzard to develop the mobile game, that's NetEase, they are based out of China. They're a Chinese company. And also the original game before the Diablo skin was laid on top of it was a Chinese mobile game. So not sure what the issue here was. At the time, we assumed this was a result of either the predatory microtransactions getting enough negative press that the Chinese government had issues with the launch, or that the Chinese government was simply over-enforcing its reported policies related to the restriction of online gaming for its youth. Could have been either of those. But turns out reality is a lot dumber and a lot funnier, and also a lot more predictable than any of that. We just couldn't have seen this coming.
Yeah, it looks like the game's been restricted from launching in China because an employee who was working on the game's social media accounts in China made a joke comparing President Xi Jinping to that silly old bear Winnie the Pooh. Oh, bother. Here's Dexerto with more. While Diablo Immortal released on June 2nd in the US, it still hasn't come out in China. Now, based on a Weibo post from the game's official account, it could be quite a while before it does. According to translations of the post, the official Diablo Immortal Weibo account apparently insulted Xi Jinping, the leader of China, in a mix-up of epic proportions. The post reads, "Why isn't Winnie the Bear going out of office yet?" and makes reference to Winnie the Pooh, which she has been compared to in the past. On the game's subreddit, a post about the reported ban included an excerpt from a Chinese Diablo fan who provided some more context.
A guy who works in Diablo Immortal's marketing team, which have access to the official social media account, did something very sensitive, they explained. Now, we don't know. Did he forget to switch the account, or he used Diablo Immortal's official account intentionally? But the result is, he used DI official account to post a thread which complains, "When would the bear," implying Chairman Xi, "fall off the seat?" The post itself only got attention when it started to go viral on Weibo, which has reportedly resulted in harsh penalties for NetEase, Blizzard's distribution partner in China. And also, this apparently did very bad things for their stock immediately. So a little oopsie, costing not just potentially millions, but tens of millions of dollars.
Gamers in China just can't catch a break. They're coming for your games.
And this also comes after a newly discovered mechanic, a surprise mechanic, if you will.
Oh, we love those.
Within the game indicates that the previous estimates regarding the amount of money that it would take to fully max out a character, those were inaccurate. I'm sorry. They were actually far lower than anyone could have expected.
What? Yeah, so after the game's initial release, there was wide debate over how much it would cost to fully max out a character in this free-to-play game, with one widely reported estimate claiming that it would cost over $100,000. This was a hotly debated number because it's outrageous. That's insane. But it looks like the real number could actually be much, much higher. Here's Game Rant with more on that. Reddit user Shift Your Carcass created a lengthy post that described how players had been fooled into thinking the already devastating number of $100,000 was necessary to fully max out a character's 6 legendary gems. In reality, Shift Your Carcass believes the true number to be upwards of $540,000. And according to them, that is a fairly lucky number. This is due to the discovery of up to 36 possible 5-star gem slots that can be unlocked through Awakening, which creates more slots after maxing out 6 5-star gems. Shift Your Carcass actually believes that a person on the unlucky side could easily need $1 million in their quest to fully max out a character, a number that puts Quinn69's ludicrous Diablo Immortal spending to shame.
There's definitely going to be like one whale out there who does it.
I mean, obviously no one, well, maybe one will do it, but the real takeaway is just, it seems like you don't get much for investing in the loot boxes in this game.
But if you get lucky, you're going to feel real good. Why I could have, this is worth $1 million.
This is actually gambling.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing if you were guaranteed a certain item of a certain value or whatever, but no, it looks like it's really just a game of chance.
Yeah.
Anyway, another recurring topic on this show, though one that is far less divisive than anything else we talk about, is the moon. It's up there. As everyone loves our big, beautiful moon.
Yeah.
Big, sexy moon. Scars and all. It's hard not to. I mean, it's honestly kind of mind-numbing to look at. It's always doing fun stuff like becoming a supermoon or having eclipses. It's always, it's like this, it's like this, it's like this.
You never know what that moon's up to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can. It's usually, it's very easy to track.
Nah, I like to look at it and say, weird.
But yeah, I mean, literal humans have gone all the way up there, and it's farther away than it looks. And they've landed on it.
Mm-hmm.
They've walked around, played golf. They even drove a car on it. That continues to inspire awe in our minds. But while we haven't been up to the moon in a very long time, we meaning humans, we've never been to the moon. That hasn't stopped us from bombing it.
And by we mean the United States government.
Yeah, I haven't bombed it either. I haven't done any of these things. I'm just a person. Recent reports were made public that at one point the U.S. government had contemplated nuking the moon. Because fuck it.
Yeah.
And a little over a decade ago, the U.S. successfully bombed the moon in a quest to see if there was any water underneath all that gray landscape. But outside of direct government control, things are always crashing into our big, thick moon. And recently, it looks like something big crashed into the moon, creating a new and visible set of craters. And no one seems to know exactly what happened. Okay, here's Insider with more.
NASA has spotted the crash site of a mystery rocket that slammed into the far side of the moon in March, leaving behind a double crater. New images taken May 25th and shared by NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter on June 24th showed the unusual crater. The collision resulted in 2 overlapping impact sites. Astronomers expected the impact after discovering that an unidentified piece of space junk was on a collision course with the moon late last year. But the, quote, double crater was unexpected, the space agency said in a press release. No other rocket body impacts on the moon created double craters. So far, no spacefaring nation has taken credit or blame for the mysterious rocket, reports Universe Today. Since the origin of the rocket body remains uncertain, the double nature of the crater may indicate its identity, NASA said in a press release. So they don't have any idea who's crashing rockets into the moon now, but it certainly wasn't us.
It was that Roland Emmerich. He's trying to do a moonfall.
Yeah, wasn't Tom Cruise supposed to go up there soon?
I thought he was going to the ISS. Is he going to the moon now?
Yeah, why not? You're halfway there.
Yeah, fuck it.
You just going to drive through South Carolina without stopping at south of the border?
The ISS is not halfway to the moon.
I know.
It's like
barely outside.
It's like 5% of the way there. The moon is very far away.
Yes, extremely far. Days to get there. So, look, I'm glad everyone's keeping an eye on the moon.
Yeah. Don't let it out of your sight.
No. And I believe China's landing shit up there, but they're not going to admit to running a rocket into it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Creating a double impact. It looks like someone with a big butt just sat on it.
They're playing like bocce ball up there. What, did it bounce?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Anyways, nuke the moon, nuke the hurricanes. What won't we nuke?
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Atoms for fun.
Yeah. Atoms for peace.
That's what it was originally.
Yeah.
There's no reason to nuke the moon. Just fuck it.
For
Atoms
fun.
just because.
Yeah. Weren't the atolls nuked after Hiroshima and Nagasaki?
Yeah.
There's like
because the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombs were pretty small by comparison.
Yeah.
They had like a 1 mile radius. A little bigger than that, but
they were like, let's see what these things can do. Let's
yeah,
open them up.
they're like, let's see what happens. Like, what if we use them in naval warfare? What would happen? You know, because they had just done the island hopping campaign in the Pacific. They're like, instead of like just having to retake all these islands one by one, what if we were able to just bomb all of them and just go straight to Tokyo in case the Japanese ever try it again?
Now, cool scuba divers with lots of time on their hands can use that as like a place to go explore.
Yeah, they did orbital launches. They did underground explosions. They tried them all.
When it comes to blowing things up, the United States does it better than anybody else.
That's right.
I believe it was like the Navy was like, they were like, no, our ships could withstand a nuclear bomb. Because like they were like, what if Russia bombs Navy ships? And they're like, nah, it would be completely fine. And it turns out it wasn't.
Yeah.
Turns out it wasn't. Anyways, this history lesson brought to you by our fundraiser. Go if you can spare it. Donate to the fundraiser that goes to the National Network of Abortion Funds. If you can't,
It's somewhere over here.
We completely understand. But if you want to support the channel, please go watch our most recent videos. We have a recent video of Weekly Weird News that involves a monkey in a bulletproof vest. And
R.I.P.
the
narco monkey.
the coverage of the day that Roe v. Wade was overturned. We have the coverage from News Dump from that.
Yeah.
Please watch both of those videos, and we'll see you soon for some tech news.
Bye.
Bye.